Look at her, she's spittin' nerdy. Look at her, she's spittin' nerdy. Can't you see she's spittin' nerdy? Look at her, she's spittin' nerdy.
Good morning, everyone. I'm out on my walk for my daily sun exposure. Yes, I know I'm wearing a sweatshirt and preventing the sun exposure. It's because it's just a wee bit chilly outside. So I figured I'd put a sweatshirt on until I walk enough to warm up, and then I will take it off and get all of the vitamin D. Going on walks has slowly become my main form of exercise, and I kind of wanted to update you guys on my exercise routine really quick, because as I go through this whole process of healing my body, my skin, my gut, etc., I'm kind of playing everything by ear and figuring out what works and what doesn't, and so my exercise routine has been changing and evolving. For about like the first month or so, what I was trying to do was cycle between one day being cardio and yoga, one day being lifting and yoga, and then another day being yoga, and then usually having a rest day after that and just cycling through that. I'm deciding to scale it back even more for a few reasons. One, it's been a month of doing cardio, and your body adapts to a new cardio stimulus in about 2 to 4 weeks. And so I'm kind of at the point where my body would really be adapting efficiently to the cardio, and I do not want my metabolism slowing down at all, because I'm at a point, like, I'm so much less active than I was before, that I'm eating a lot less than I was before, which, you know, makes sense. But your girl loves food. Like, I honestly just don't want to have to eat less than I'm eating right now, so I really, really don't want the cardio to result in my metabolism slowing down at all. So I'm definitely taking a couple weeks off of that just to let my body unadapt to the cardio so that I can throw it back in if I want to, or I can just, you know, not continue to do cardio. The other big thing is that, as you guys know, my skin was doing a lot better. But unfortunately, right as it started to get better, we got hit with like a little bit of a heat wave. And if there's one thing that I know that my skin doesn't like, is heat. And so that actually set me back pretty darn far. Like, I wouldn't say I'm as bad as I was when I started this whole process, but we have regressed quite a bit. My skin is back to really not being happy with me and kind of making my life miserable again. And I've always known that stress is a trigger for my skin, but I've started to notice that even the littlest bit of stress has been triggering reactions in my skin. Like, we had a bunch of ants in our house the other day, and within like 10 minutes of discovering this fact, my skin was freaking out, because I was freaking out because we were being invaded by ants. And so I figured if like a tiny amount of stress caused by tiny ants is freaking my skin out, that like stress induced by exercise is probably also not ideal. Also, sweating definitely does not help my skin. And you know, when you exercise, you get a little sweaty. I'm trying to cut down on the sweating too. So I'm basically right now cutting out all cardio. I'm pretty sure I'm cutting out all lifting. I haven't lifted in like 2 weeks maybe. What I might do is do just some like light resistance band work just to keep my muscles activated, but not enough to like break them down at all so that they have to recover from it. And then I am still trying to stick with yoga and mobility work. I think yoga, mobility work, and walking are gonna be my main forms of exercise for a while. I told you guys on Instagram the other day that I ran out of the collagen that I was using, and so I was gonna try the Thrive Market collagen because it's cheaper, and their branded stuff, like this is Thrive Market brand collagen, it's all really good quality, and it's always cheaper because it's like their own brand. I've been absolutely loving it, just so you know. So I just made my little AIP compliant latte because I've been craving that lately and it sounded good. And then I'm making breakfast right now. In the oven I have some broccolini, and then I have some chopped up zucchini and squash to throw in there. I'm gonna throw some salmon in there too, throw a little lemon juice on it. It's gonna be great. This is how the breakfast turned out. I had a little side of guacamole. It's just half an avocado mashed with salt, and so excited to eat this. Now that I've had time to eat breakfast and go on my walk, it's time to talk about what I actually wanted to talk about in this video. And these are my top tips to help you start your fitness journey to achieve real sustainable results. A lot of people start a fitness journey and for a wide variety of reasons end up not following through, because to be honest, the process of getting fit and maintaining your health takes effort. And if you don't know exactly where to place your effort, it can be very difficult to stick with it because you won't be seeing results, you won't be making progress, and that's pretty discouraging. So my first tip is relevant to what I'm doing right now, and that is snacking. I'm just snacking on some sea snacks that are lime flavored. The package says strangely addictive, and to be honest, that's 100% correct. Like, they aren't honestly the best things I've ever tasted, but as soon as I open these, like, I cannot stop eating them. When it comes to getting healthy, a lot of people have this misconception that you have to give up all your favorite foods and that it's boring and you can't have fun snacks, and that's honestly not the case at all. First of all, you don't have to give up any of your favorite foods. The only things that I recommend giving up are things that you are personally intolerant to. So like if you're intolerant to dairy, yeah, you should probably give up dairy, but not because dairy is inherently evil, just because you're intolerant to it, so it's not the best for your body. I'd say the same exact thing about kale. If you're intolerant to kale, even if you're trying to get healthier, probably shouldn't have kale. But when it comes to snacks specifically, if you are a big snacker, I recommend, you know, getting rid of all the snacks that are not the most health friendly and filling your house with snacks that are healthy. That way, if you get that little snack craving, you only have healthy options, and if you really, really want whatever it is that is less healthy, you can like go drive to get it, but usually most people are not motivated enough by their cravings to go drive to get a less healthy snack. But navigating the snack aisles in the grocery store can be a huge challenge. It can be really, really hard to figure out what snacks are actually healthy versus what snacks are just advertised as being healthy. And that's where my absolute favorite market comes in, Thrive Market. I have found so many insanely amazing, healthy, delicious snacks on Thrive Market. It's actually kind of dangerous, because then I just get a lot of them and eat a lot of them. But Thrive Market is my personal go-to place to discover new healthy snacks. That's where I found these, and oh my god, like my life has changed. Thrive Market is an online marketplace, kind of like Costco, but online and designed for only healthier, natural foods and products. And they're on a mission to make living healthy, easy, and affordable for everyone. So not only is it just fully stocked with all of the best healthy snacks on the planet, but they're also super discounted. Everything on Thrive Market is 25 to 50% off retail prices. And so it's a lot easier to go to a website where everything has been handpicked for its quality and for its health values, and you can feel a lot safer just picking kind of whatever you want from there rather than walking into a grocery store where you don't know what you might be getting. Thrive has thousands of organic foods, natural products. The grocery store has a little bit of everything. And honestly, this can be particularly useful for anyone at any stage of their fitness journey. If you are trying to follow a specific diet for whatever reason, Thrive makes it really, really easy to find food that is compliant with that diet. They have hundreds of different filters that you can apply. You can even apply AIP, which is a lifesaver for me, but they have like paleo, keto, vegetarian, vegan, etc. So you can search specifically for what you're looking for, find the healthiest snacks, and then just stock your cupboard full of them, and you will be healthy for the rest of your life. But the point is, eating healthy does not have to be boring. You can have amazing, healthy snacks in your life. You don't have to cut out all the good stuff, and the best place to find healthy snacks and just cut out all the noise of the marketing that's telling you that other things are healthy that aren't is to go to Thrive Market. And if you want to check out Thrive Market, you can use my link in the description below to get yourself a 30-day free trial and 25% off your first order, which is discounted from their already discounted prices. So if you're just starting your fitness journey or just looking to spice up your snack game, highly recommend you go check that out. So my next tip is something that I'm actually about to go put into practice, and that is to not let anyone's potential criticism or negativity stop you from living the healthy lifestyle that you want to live. A lot of people fear criticism from other people when they change their lifestyle or their diet in order to be healthier, but it is your health. Like, that should be your priority, and people that care about you should be able to understand that that should be a priority. And if they don't understand that, then honestly, you just kind of have to accept the fact that they don't understand that or are refusing to understand that, and just not let that get in the way of your health, because you shouldn't be letting things like that get in the way of how you feel physically and mentally. Like, if people are judging you for picking a nice healthy salad instead of fried chicken, or if they're judging you for going to the gym to exercise, that's their problem. They got problems. You don't got problems. So right now I'm actually off to Whole Foods to go get some ingredients because I'm going to a big family dinner tonight, and since I'm following the autoimmune protocol, I didn't want, my mom's actually cooking food for everyone. So she volunteered to cook me a meal, but I didn't want her to have to cook like a separate meal and dinner for everybody else. So I'm just making my own food and bringing it over to the dinner. And if people try to like give me a hard time for following a diet to help my body heal, I'm just gonna be like, heh, thanks, bye. Life is too short to let that stuff get in your way of living the healthy lifestyle that you wanna live. So just do you,
make it happen, screw what everybody else thinks.
For my dinner that I'm making to bring over to our little family dinner, I'm just making some chicken thighs, which I got from Buy Ranch Direct, and I've tried quite a lot of chicken thighs in the last few months, because as I may have told you, chicken thigh is like my new favorite food, which is weird, but it's so good, especially if you have like good chicken thighs. The Buy Ranch Direct chicken thighs, these are my meat people from the farmer's market, hands down, the best chicken thighs you will find on the planet. They're just so much bigger than most other chicken thighs, and because they leave like all of the skin on, they just end up so much juicier, and they cook so well when you bake them. It's just my favorite thing ever. And then with the chicken thighs, I'm just making some vegetables. I have some yams, some Brussels sprouts, and some cauliflower. This is gonna be way too much food for one night, but I'm gonna have leftovers, which is great. My next tip for starting your fitness journey or getting back into a fitness journey if you've taken some time off is to go slow. There is almost nothing to gain and a lot to lose from jumping in all in right from the get-go. A, that's extremely hard to maintain, so the likelihood that you'll stick with whatever you're trying to do is very, very low, but also there's a very high likelihood of just completely burning out your body. There's nothing worse than having so much motivation and being so excited to like get out there, do your fitness thing, but have your body just completely resisting you. And that's one of the main principles behind how I designed my workout program, Project Comeback, which is literally designed to either get you back on track after you've been away from the gym and fitness and everything for a little while, or for people who are just getting into fitness, and it helps work your way up, starting with lower intensity and gradually increasing the intensity and frequency of exercise. And then tip number 4, are we on tip number 4 now? I don't remember. My next tip is to remember that every person is different. Every person's like physiology is different, but also their life, their past history with exercise and nutrition, their lifestyle as they've grown up, everything is different. So following something that was very useful for someone else, following what your favorite YouTuber is doing and you see them getting a lot of success with, is more than likely not the best option for you and your body. Like, I'm just here documenting what I'm doing. I am in no way trying to say like you should be copying everything I do to live your fitness lifestyle. And if you are looking for a direction to go in, I don't think there's any harm in copying your favorite YouTuber and trying, I mean, some YouTubers, and trying out what they do. But I think it's just important to remember that if you do that like as a template to follow to test it out, that if it's not working for you, that's not because there's something wrong with you. It's just because you are not the same person. Another tip that I really, really think is important to remember and can make a huge difference for a lot of people if they do remember, is that you should not expect immediate results. Oh, I actually just thought of a really good analogy for this. Let's say there's this point in space that's like 100 yards over the ground, and you want to be able to reach it, and you have a certain number of bricks that you can use to build up to this point in space to get there. One way you could do it is you could just stack brick on top of brick and just build like a straight thing going straight up to that point in space and try to climb up that. But the problem is that it is not going to have a very strong base. It's going to be very rickety, and as soon as you start climbing, it's probably going to fall over. Whereas if you take those bricks and you build a big base, and then you build bases on top of that and make a pyramid, you're gonna be able to get to that point and stay there forever because you're gonna have this strong base. And not every single brick was going straight up to that point in space, but because you have all these other bricks laid out, you're set for life. So think of your fitness journey like building a pyramid rather than a pole. Yeah. This is all going in the oven at 300 and I made it 85 degrees just for fun for about 35 minutes, and we'll see how it comes out. So here's what I'm bringing over for dinner tonight. I just have one of the chicken thighs. This is all of the cauliflower and then some Brussels sprouts and then all of the 2 sweet potatoes. It's now time to head off to my aunt and uncle's for the family dinner and not care if people think that what I'm doing is weird.
If I could take you up and
Take a picture.
Yeah, you want to take a video?
Where is the button?
It's right there. Dinner was great, meeting my cousin's kids was fun, and now it is time to have a little bit of dessert. My last tip is that you do not have to just suddenly cut out all treats in order to live a fit and healthy lifestyle. Like, that's not the case. And I think this is really important to remember because for a lot of people, as soon as you start putting strict rules in place and get really restrictive about what you can and can't have, that's when it can feel like it's something that's not attainable. That's when you get that one craving for something and you're like, that's it, I can't do this. But if you allow yourself to have these things and recognize that when you're not eating it, it's a choice not to eat it rather than like you can't have it because you're not allowed to, it suddenly becomes a lot easier to stick to what you want to do. So last time I showed you guys this cookie recipe, I linked the original recipe in the description, but I realized I have changed the recipe so much that it is not the same recipe anymore, so I figured I would show you guys what I'm doing now. I've kind of changed them to be a coconut beauty cookie. So the base is coconut flour, so I use about 1.5 tablespoons of coconut flour, and then I'll throw in 1 tablespoon of melted coconut oil, and usually I'll end up adding more, but that's what I start with. And then for sweetener, you'll notice there's no actual sweetener in this recipe, but coconut butter is actually really, really good at sweetening things without adding an extra sweetener. So I use about 1 tablespoon of this, and then I recently started adding baking powder, and honestly, I don't know if it really does much. But I just threw like a pinch in there, and then I have been throwing collagen in these cookies, which is why I usually end up adding a little bit more coconut oil to get the right consistency, but I'll do a scoop of the collagen. And collagen is really good for the skin because it's full of amino acids that help build connective tissues and the skin. So it can help promote skin health, which is, you know, my skin hates me, so I'm trying to do that. And then I have just started throwing in the Longevity Power Pearl Powder, and this is literally powdered pearls. Pearl powder has a compound in it called nacre. I don't know how to say it, but it is thought to be involved in the regeneration of fibroblasts, which are kind of like stem cells that you find in muscle tissue and skin and joints. So pearl powder may help with the health of your skin. Okay, I totally forgot that I also add cinnamon. You know, I'm just gonna write the recipe down in the description below because yeah. Oh yeah, look at those cookies. They turned out real nice. Just the perfect amount of like toasty brownness. And that's it. I hope this video is helpful for you guys, regardless of whether you're just starting out on your fitness journey or you've been doing it for a while. Hopefully some of these tips were helpful. If you liked this video, please do give it a big thumbs up because it really does support me and my channel, and I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your neighbors, and let me know down in the comments what more kind of content you guys want to see, because, you know, I want to give the people what they want. I want to make sure that I'm making videos that are the most helpful for you guys. So let me know down there. In the meantime, if you want to check out more videos from me, you can do so over here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to see future videos from me, especially if you request a video. I might make that video for you. And then make sure you hit the notification button to get notified so you actually see when I post those videos. And I will see you very soon. Bye.